It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to the wow, that was strange. Am I on now, Tom? Okay. Wow, sorry about that. That was a sure enough panic. Okay, before today, we've had trouble started last night through the night, and today it looks like I'm frozen again already. No telling what's going to happen with the show today, but I do have some things I got to try to get to at least. So we'll just do as best as I can in the situation at hand. How's that? All right, back to the good morning and welcome to Travel Cruise Industry Podcast on this 9th day of April. Brought to you by Will U.S., the owner of Scoot Around, and by Chillies Cruises. Headlines for today's show. The lead story is World America arrives. There's a reason for that. I'll get to that in a minute. Also today, a new measure in Juneau. The 5th dock approved. American tourist arrested in India. Assault by a jet ski operator. A hydrogen-powered cruise ship. I got some thoughts on that one, too. Bliss crew member arrested for child porn. And lots more. Tom. And lots more live here at 11 a.m. That was Tom's phone doing something weird over there. All right. If you're listening by the podcast, always welcome here. You can get the podcast anywhere you get your podcast from. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the fat guy. All right, we do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at least, sometimes more. Of course, traveling, it's been a little wonky, like I say. I did do a live stream yesterday after we got through the medical evacuation in Malaga and got on our way again across the Med. We should be on time tomorrow morning, according to the latest information, into Majorca. So finally, we're going to have a chance to go ashore. But we'll have to wait and see. All right, so I just went off. Forgive it. That was while the commercial was on. So we're going to start with the world America, and there's a reason why. A new era is about to begin for both North American cruising as well as Europe's leading cruise line, as the two come together with MSC's MSC World America, one of the largest ships to debut in 2025. The outstanding new ship, the first world-class vessel to sail from the U.S., has arrived at Port Miami as the sun rose over the Sunshine State on Monday. MSC World America pulled gracefully into the government cut and eased around in the turning basin, giving onlookers spectacular views of the new ship. The ship has docked at the brand new MSC Cruises terminal, the world's largest cruise terminal with 492,600 square feet and a capacity to process 36,000 guests each day with biometric identity verification. While MSC World America won't host quite that many at once, though the ship's capacity is nearly 6,800, guests are eager to welcome the ship into the swiftly growing MSC Cruises fleet. Before the first guests arrive, however, the ship will be ceremonially named with festivities appropriate to her stature. The special event will include traditional naming ceremony that will be held today with live music and a variety of celebrities on hand, including the ship's godmother, actress Drew Barrymore. Immediately following is a celebratory two-night special event sailing to Ocean Key Marine Reserve, the cruise line's private island in the Bahamas. Our own Nate Vallier is on hand and will sail later today. We will be broadcasting live from the World America this afternoon, 2:30 p.m., so you don't want to miss that. Give me a little leeway on the time because we're not sure entirely how long the festivities will be going on when the ship actually gets sailing. Nate will be able to get settled down to do an interview from on board the ship. So that's all coming up this afternoon here on Chillies Cruises.
Me a favor.
Yes, madam.
Give me your name and where you're from.
Okay, by the way, my name is Sherwin. I'm from Philippines. I live in Cavite, near Manila. And welcome to Norwegian Cruise Line.
All right, thank you.
You're good.
A Norwegian Cruise Line ship employee has been arrested at the Port of Los Angeles on 13 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material, according to a release from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Theodore Burbank Pappas Jr., age 47, was arrested by the Los Angeles Port Police and is currently being held at the Los Angeles Police Department detention facility with no bond. He will be extradited to Florida and prosecuted by the Office of the State Attorney, 4th Judicial Circuit. A few of the booking information show that Pappas was arrested at 8:30 a.m. on April the 4th and then booked at Los Angeles County Jail on the afternoon of the same day. On April the 4th, 2025, the Norwegian Bliss was the only NCL cruise ship to arrive in Los Angeles for a 5-night Mexican Riviera cruise. Begin your journey in historic Boston, a city bursting with personality and charisma. On our 8-day Cape Cod cruise, visit Cape Cod's beaches and the eclectic Provincetown with quirky art galleries and thrilling whale-watching excursions. Admire Martha's Vineyard's enchanted villages and whimsical gingerbread cottages. Enjoy a traditional lobster bake at Newport and discover Hyannis seafaring history and the Kennedy legacy. Visit the prestigious Massachusetts Maritime Academy and stroll the New Bedford Historic District. Free airfare and up to $2,000 in savings on the Cape Cod cruise from American Cruise Line, where small ship cruising is perfected. Just call me, 434-258-9264. A new measure filed on Monday seeks to solidify more casual agreements into the actual law in the city and borough of Juneau. This would protect the voluntary limits already in place from a memorandum of agreement signed in May of 2024. The proposal sets a total annual cap of cruise ship guests at no more than 1.5 million and a daily limit of 16,000 Sunday through Fridays, with no more than 12,000 on any Saturday. If passed, no more than 5 large ships would be permitted each day. The measure defines a large ship as one carrying 950 guests or higher based on total capacity, regardless of how many may actually be aboard on any given voyage. Included in the regulation is a note for no medium or large cruise ships before May 1st or after September 30th. Juneau, one of Alaska's busiest cruise ports that has taken steps to limit the impact of cruising on local lifestyle and environment, has agreed to the development of a 5th cruise ship dock in the city's downtown area. Wow, talk about inconsistent. The decision by the Juneau Assembly on April the 7th enables the Huna Totem Corporation to get started on the project, which will include 1 dock, retail space, and a welcome center, plus a culture and science center. The go-ahead for the new cruise dock comes on the heels of a new citizens petition that would ban medium and large cruise ships from calling at Juneau before May 1st and after September 30th, although the petitioner does not attach specific ship sizes to the document. The petition also asked Juneau voters to set an annual limit of cruise arrivals at 1.5 million, which is significantly less than the 1.6 million that visited in 2024. It's not known when the petition will be filed with the city or voted on. The Huna Totem project was greenlighted by the city's planning commission in 2023. Now, folks, did you catch that? You got this memorandum of agreement that both sides agreed to limit the cruise ship passengers. They're now trying to make that into law rather than a memorandum of agreement. Okay? That's normally what happens in those kind of situations. But then they come right back and they're building a 5th cruise ship dock. That's just not consistent to me. I mean, if you're going to limit cruise ship passengers, why are you going to build a 5th dock? That would bring more passengers in. Maybe they're smoking Eskimo weed or something up there in Juneau. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. I'll fuss at Nate about that one. Police say they are still investigating the alleged sexual assault of a Carnival cruise guest in the Bahamas last week. No charges have been filed, but inquiries continue into the incident near Juneau Beach after it was reported. A female guest alleged a jet ski operator sexually assaulted her while she was spending the day there. The incident hasn't been reported in the police crime updates, but Chief Superintendent of Police Sharia King confirmed it is still an active investigation. An American tourist was arrested for allegedly visiting one of the most isolated indigenous islands in the Indian Ocean, according to indigenous rights organization Survival International. Mikhailo Vikyovich Polyakov, 24, illegally visited North Centennial Island, part of the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago, and home to an uncontacted Semilese tribe on March the 29th, Indian police officials said. Indian law prohibits people from traveling within 3 miles of the island, including for fishing.
We have the equipment you need to stay mobile. Whether you need a wheelchair, scooter, power chair, rollator, oxygen, or other pieces of mobility equipment, Scoot-Around, powered by Will, can help. Once you've booked your rental, we can deliver it to wherever you need. For your mobility needs, contact me or call Scoot-Around at 888-441-7575. Use SRN 11137 for the best rates.
Hi, good morning. My name is Nilman. Welcome to Chillie Cruise. I'm from Indonesia.
That, needless to say, is our room guy. Good dude. Really good dude. The world's first fully hydrogen-powered cruise ships are being built for Viking Ocean Cruises at Fincantieri Shipyard in Italy. Slated for delivery in 2026 and 2027, Viking Libra will be the first to debut, followed by Viking Astria. Both will have hydrogen propulsion systems designed by Isara Fascini Motori, a Fincantieri subsidiary. All right, I got to ask you a question, and maybe some of you that are smarter than me know the answer to this. Isn't hydrogen more flammable than like just regular fuel? Just something worries me about ships being powered by hydrogen. And maybe it's just out of stupidity on my part, but I'm just not real comfortable with that one. That's changeable too.
This is an update on the MSC Grandiosa cruise sailing from Port Canaveral on February 14, 2026, with stops in Nassau, Ocean Key Marine Reserve, and Puerto Plata. Inside cabins start at $643 per person. Solos start at $933. Just call me 434-258-9264 and join us on MSC Grandiosa.
The end of the news portion of today's show. Again, folks, you don't want to miss it this afternoon if everything works. And I have a Wi-Fi signal on this end, and Nate gets a signal on the World America, so we can do a live stream from the brand spanking new. Literally, the first people are on the ship today as we speak. The ceremony is going on where they break the bottle of wine or whatever they do. I don't know. I've never been to one of those. But anyway, and then Nate will be sailing for the 2 days. I think it is. They go over to Ocean Key. We might be able to do something from over there as well. But it'll give you a chance, folks, to see the brand new World America, which, from what I've been told, is just going to be a phenomenal ship. So, and I'm glad Nate got to go on this and actually be able to see it. So it'll be this afternoon, hopefully sometime around 2:30 our time at home. It's going to be a little screwy for me because we backed dinner up to 6 o'clock our time tonight because the show started at 5 o'clock. So by the time I get the show processed and all that business, then go to dinner at 6. Let's say I can get back here by 7. It doesn't give me a whole lot of time to get everything set up and contact Nate and get hooked up with Nate. So there could be some flexibility here tonight. So just stay tuned. I'll try to get a link sent out over the airwaves so you guys can join us. A live broadcast from the World America. Be awesome. Maybe the first one done, as a matter of fact. That would be cool. All right, so let's go over and see who's fussing at me in the chat room today. I have not had a chance to even look at them so far. We got some folks from X. Ismala is here. Says, how are you doing? We're doing good. Madhu Priya says, hi, hello. There's Mike from the other side of the, oh no, it's from the same side of the pond that I'm on. I'm normally on the other side of the pond. Hey, Mike. Katie's with us. Good morning, Katie. There's Hot Air Tom. He's sitting right over there. Says Mike and Katie from the Med. Last sea day, finally. Reach land tomorrow. In Majorca. I still haven't decided, folks, what I'm going to do in Majorca. I may just get off the ship and see what's right around the port, because I've not sailed into Majorca before. I've always flown in. But I don't know. If there maybe some of the operators there, I can see about get more information on wheelchair accessible excursions or transportation, which there's very limited information on, if there is any. Perhaps run into town, which is about 20 minutes away. I would have to get transportation because I don't know the roads. I don't know if there's sidewalks all the way in that are ramped. So we'll just play that by ear. But anyway, I like Majorca. I wouldn't mind going downtown to see how much has changed. It's been quite a few years since I was here, but we'll see. So I'm going to do that with probably everything. The excursion desk here said there's two excursions, and they're like $400 on this whole trip. I'm not spending $400 for an excursion, guys. I just can't afford that. So I get off and I'll see. Maybe hook up with a local, and maybe not. We'll just have to play it by ear. I'll let you know, of course. We had a delay. We had to delay dinner. Oh, yeah. From 5:30 to 6 due to the show. Yep, it's rather late. Bob's with us. Hi, Bob. Gretchen's here up in Ohio. Hi, Gretchen. Joanne's with us. Hey, good morning, Joanne. Of course, everybody speaks back and forth. That was the dinner alarm going. Oh, that was the dinner alarm on Tom's phone. Okay. Or Steve out in Kentucky. Hi, Steve. I just talked to, or got a message from Jason last night out in Louisville. Said, Dad, it's time for Katie's tuition. That's my granddaughter. I said, yeah, hey, hit the grandpa again. Oh, well. Sonny's with us down in Mississippi. Hi, Sonny. Todd's here. Good morning, Todd. Orphan says, hey, glad to have you with us. Sonny says, anyone else lose sound, or is it just me? Nope, Sonny, there's a good possibility that everything in the world is going wrong today. They've got really wonky Wi-Fi and internet, and it's been tough. Tom even last night was unable to hook up to network stuff to do all his business that he sets up, offices on all his cruises so he can work. He couldn't even hook up to the whole system, so he just said the hell with it and waited. There's Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Sonny says, okay, it was just me. No, not necessarily. It was not, that's mine. It's been screwy. So Roger says, hi from Jacksonville. Hello, Roger. It's good to see you as always. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. Let's see what we got ahead. Now, we got Friday. We'll be in, is that Barcelona Day? Anyway, if I'm in port, I think that's Barcelona. I'll do something during the day, but be back on the ship, 5 o'clock my time is showtime. So I'll have plenty of time to do both. Monday is a travel day. I think we might have some scheduling complications on Monday again. Hot Air Tom says no. He's doing this. I don't know if that's at me or not. He's also not saying anything, so it must not be. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today. You guys, as always, thanks for being with me. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up button. If anybody sees Emily, tell her she's lost. She may not know. She may just be wandering around, because we haven't seen her for a couple of days. That's really rare. So anyway, Celebrity Transatlantic in 10 days. Very good, Roger. I know you'll enjoy that. You'll have to keep us posted, of course. All right, guys. That's it for today. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising. Don't forget, World America live stream interview with Nate on board. He'll be able to show us some stuff at least. Coming up sometime this afternoon. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time from Barcelona, I think. Of course, I might do something tomorrow, too, from Majorca. You never can tell with me. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Thanks for being here. Okay, guys. How do I get out of here now? I'm so confused.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillies Cruises.